All right, we're getting ready to practice, get ready, head on the road to Tuscaloosa. Obviously a huge challenge for us. We won't have Days, but we got we got other guys that gonna need to step up for us. So we're gonna have to do a much better job than we did the first outing against them. But they're tremendous ball club. They've got great players, great coaching, great scheme, and so it'll be a big challenge for us.
Yeah, hey, Will, do you kind of have a plan in place as far as who you want to see in that lineup from Days? And I'm not sure if you want to share that or not right now, but just
we've looked at some different things. We looked at some different things yesterday in practice. We've looked at, just changing one out, maybe changing two out. So we've looked at some different options, but I want to see practice today before I make a decision.
Yeah, well, with Darius thing, it's one of those things where you just tell your team that no one guy's going to replace just scoring rebounding. Everybody's got to up their game.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things Days brings besides rebounding. Our offensive spacing is going to have to be different because the guys we got to replace him are a little bit more limited in the shooting realm than he is, and so it doesn't. Our spacing's going to be different. But yeah, certainly rebounding's been an issue for us. He's been one of our better, if not our best, rebounders, and so we've got to make sure we're picking it up on the defensive rebounding front with him out for sure.
Hey, well, rebounding, what is another thing you're looking for the team to do defensively in this rematch against Bama?
I mean, not give up 23 threes would be a good place to start. I mean, we've got to be better on the ball. Our transition defense has got to be better. I mean, basically everything we didn't do in the first game, we need to do better this game.
Ron, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Brandon, you going to get control of this thing or what? We got people talking over top of each other.
We're off the rails.
We're going to
think that they would get used to this.
We're going to get control of this deal or what? Reggie can't have any questions. He was at the damn show last night. What the heck could he want to ask?
Will Mawani's role in offense increase, or is that just not say out of character for him, or are you going to involve him in more stuff, or basically he's going to stick to what he does?
Wani's a good offensive player. No, we need him to finish some things, and he's going to be open again to shoot, and so we need to step up and shoot it like he did in the Arkansas game. But we certainly believe in him and know he's a very good player. He's a more talented. He's a talented offensive player. It's just kind of, to his credit, he's done his responsibilities, what we needed him to do with those other four guys out there. And now, now that we don't have all four of those guys, he's certainly going to need to change the way he goes about things. Some of the shots, he does a great job passing up shots to get some of these other guys' shots, but he needs to be a little bit more aggressive in those situations now.
Hey, Will, how do you kind of balance completely scrapping what you guys tried to do against Alabama last time versus what you guys are used to doing? I mean, where do you walk the line after what happened last time, I guess?
Well, a lot of prayer. We have a basic defense philosophy that's contrary to popular belief. It actually, in the half court, our defense is stifling. It's actually very good. It actually would be elite if you just did it by the numbers. The problem is our transition defense and the rebounding. But, we've got to – we're not just totally going to scrap what we do. But we've certainly got to make some tweaks and make some adjustments to what we do. So it'd be just stupid to try to go in there and do the same thing we were doing the first time. But we're not going to get just so far out of whack of what we do. We only have 2 days. It's not like we can just turn our thing upside down.
Hey, Coach. What are the psychological challenges, if any, of bouncing back from a game like you just had, combined with the way the first LSU-Alabama game went, and convincing your guys they can go there and win tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I think there's certainly certainly some challenges there. I think that's a good point, Jacques. But we got competitors, we got guys that like to compete, and thought we had a good workout yesterday. I anticipate we'll have a good practice today, and we're gonna go there and play as hard as we can and see what happens. I did, everything gets lost in the result. And the result Saturday was obviously probably as disappointing of losses. The only other game I've lost like that when I've been a head coach was Wofford did something similar to us when I was at Chattanooga. They had a kid hit 4 threes, Cochran, in the last minute of the game. It was a just similar thing where we had the game won. And so it's only, it's probably the second time that's happened. As disappointing of a loss as we've had. But however, there were a lot of good things. We played. I mean, we played a lot better than we've been playing. We defended better. We scored. They're a top 5 defense. We scored. Our offense worked against them. We didn't have days the last 9 minutes. I mean, there was some progress made. Now it's tough to see the progress because all you want to think about is the last 59 seconds. But there was some real progress made in that game, and I feel like if we can just continue to make progress, make a little bit more progress today in practice, progress tomorrow, I think we'll get where we want to go. But we've just got to focus on continuing to make that progress.
Well, you kind of hinted last night that Kentucky and Oklahoma kind of slowed down Alabama a little bit. Can you throttle it down? I know you talked last night about being kind of hard to do because of what y'all do on offense, but can you try to slow them down by grinding it out maybe?
I mean, that's not really how we're built. But I mean, we're not going to just go in there and do the same thing we did here. Let's put it that way. But, I thought Oklahoma and Kentucky both had good game plans. Mississippi State did a good job as well, the 3 games they've played since our game. And so, we've got to see what worked and see what we can do. I mean, the number one thing those guys, Kentucky and Oklahoma, did is they got back in transition and were able to set their defense and make them play against a set defense. And so, I mean, I think that's the first step. We gave up almost 30 points in transition the first game against them. So the first step would be, get back in transition and get our defense set and just give us a chance. And then from there it becomes, can we execute a little bit better and, know where shooters are and know where our help responsibilities are. And then once it gets on the backboard, can we rebound? But if you remember, just as importantly in that Alabama game was our offense was awful. And so we've got to run good offense. We've got to play complementary basketball tomorrow, and we've got to be able to run much better offense than we ran the first time as well.
Hey, Will, obviously Sharif is a huge weapon for you guys in the rebounding department, but I'm just curious, what's the key of unlocking him maybe offensively? I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to really want to space the floor with him now that Days is out. And, I mean, what's kind of the message to him, kind of carrying on maybe a little bit more of an offensive load?
Yeah, he's a great offensive player. That's what's funny is he's a really, really good shooter. He does a great job finishing around. The basket. So he's we believe in him, man. I believe in Sharif. I think he's a great player. It's tough. He's trying to get his timing down. He's been, he's not only coming off the issue at UCLA. He was coming off. He was out for a couple weeks. And then he played under minutes restrictions. But I mean, he's a really, really good player. I believe in him. Our team believes in him. And, I think he's somebody that, when Days goes down, that's opportunity for others. And I think he's certainly somebody that, is going to take advantage of the opportunity. And, like I said, I have unbelievable amount of belief and trust in him, and he does a lot of things that can help our team win. Whether he's making a basket or not, he does a lot of things that can help our team win. But he's certainly very capable and a very, very good offensive player. Billy, you took your hat off. Billy's not paying attention. Billy has no idea what we're talking about him.
I'm good, Brandon. I just,
Okay.
just asked mine, yeah.
Is everybody else good? Reggie, you don't. Oh, Ron, here we go.
The tip question got me, Will. That was pretty good last night about the tip.
Oh, you listened to that junk?
Yeah.
Sheldon comes every week. I don't know if they pay. I don't know if TJ Ribbs pays for his meal or the advocate pays for his meal, or he just loves eating at TJ Ribbs. Sheldon, I'll see if I can get Chris to make you a little bit of that Tabasco dip he's going to bring next week. Maybe you can have some of Charlie's etouffee as well.
My question
Reggie, you
is-
can't ask a question.
Yeah, he already said you can't ask. So
All right, no, I'm
we're
just
not going
messing.
off the- We're already off the rail.
All right, come on, Ron.
Cam started 2 for 3, went 1 for 10. Is it something you live with in shot selection, or does he go back and look at film to see if there's a common theme with his misses as he studies his shot?
Yeah,
Or
he's-
just let it roll.
We study his shots. We study every miss, every make, every action. We study all that. So there's some things, but he'll be fine.
What are you seeing? I mean, the common thing is he taking too big a step, and a step back? Is he not concentrating on the shot? And what do you see? Common thing.
I mean, there's different things, but he's a great shooter. He's a prolific shooter, and he's a prolific scorer, and that stuff will even out and work itself out.
Is he one of those guys, like, you want him to look at film but not think too much about what you're doing on your shot, just shoot it?
Yeah, just let it fly. Let it go. Let it fly.